on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Pollard again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
That's not trash.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Foster able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Buccaneers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A throw over the middle, taken in. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
To the 22-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bucs, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll run it here with Rivers.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, they just do that all the way down. Ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think they'll throw it to that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 3rd and 2. Now Young. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. To throw. Foster.
Oh, I'm done. Oh, that's one. Oh, let's go pick 6. Stupid shit. Hold on.
For the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to
I'm so
force
late
the
on that.
turnover, but to handle the scoring
Crazy.
themselves.
Yeah, no panic in there.
Me and Bub. I throw Bub a pick 6 every time I play him, bro. It's really sickening.
The best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch.
No, definitely
This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Yeah, a lot. What's he saying?
The Tampa offense ready to get
Now I
their
was reading the
drive
peanut gallery
started.
shirt. Now everything,
Remember, they
everything.
were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Foster to throw. To throw on second down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh!
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize,
He played the hell out
These
that.
behind them have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Rivers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. That's complete left side to Bateman. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's Rivers.
Good play, boy.
Losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Play fake. Now Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Freshmen jumping all over when you're playing a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On the ground is Rivers.
I gotta know that's a ball. He's gonna run the ball. I gotta know he's gonna run the ball.
But still a ways to go on 4th. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Foster looking to throw on second down. That's complete to Palmer. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Let's go now. Time to shine, fellas.
Operating from the gun, Foster. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's second and 10. Operating from the gun, Foster. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And here's a very low-line drive.
Wow, that's all I got on the punt.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
I'm
Good
playing
burst
like
there, gets
shit
him
right
7 up to midfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
What kind of angle is that, man? Wow.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown,
This game is
Carolina.
bad.
A big play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision.
Our game plan for outside zone, outside run.
With a long touchdown run.
You run outside,
out on the field, and
it's
they
still
will
too
send
bad.
this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down
How
3
you so?
scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
None of y'all snap off and nothing, bro.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll run on first down. Fitzpatrick, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On second down now, Fitzpatrick. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
In motion left goes a tight end. On first down, Fitzpatrick able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
In his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
3rd down and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand.
And all deep in
Whoa.
his own territory.
Get the ball. Somebody on my team get the ball. Thank God.
One of the linebackers has got it.
Man.
So a teammate picking him up there. That was
This is fumbling for him.
The way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Foster on 3rd down.
Triangle, bro.
And an incomplete
Really
pass.
bad.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute
This
to
shit
play
was
in half
bad,
number
bro.
1. Here's Jake Camarda now.
Formation for the Buccaneers.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go red. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing.
All right, can we pull a rabbit out the hat? Man, we down 3 possessions.
That'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Slot man moves right.
Fight. 97.
On 2nd down, Rivers. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Foster now throwing on 1st down. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Foster. Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
On 2nd down now, Rivers. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
This now a 3rd and 4. Young will set to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
When a linebacker diagnoses a screen, who wins? The quarterback getting it thrown to the back in time, or the linebacker running in to knock it away? With the athleticism of modern linebackers, they win the race more often than not.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Throwing again. Foster. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Foster looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rhodes. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That one caught. It's Meredith. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Right now, boys. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Mustang 19, 79 Bronco. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Foster to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
What? They took away my touchdown.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
19 tight. Punch it in right now, boys. 19 right here. So close. Go.
Back to throw. Foster to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's crazy, though. I don't even want to touch
Still
them.
just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Foster. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
On the ready.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Let's see what we got here, fellas. Can we get another stop?
Ready.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
What you want to do, bud?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You can do it, baby. Let's do this. Come on. Big play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. Fights off the defender. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football.
All right, now get another stop defense. Come on. Yeah, I want to.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Rivers. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring it down shy of the 20. They'll follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now here's Young.
Oh, you got to get back to that.
He's got a man complete, and he is going to have a Panthers first
I know
down
that's
as they're
should
able
have
to
played on
get the
him.
third down
That's me.
conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Rivers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Number 38. Ready?
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, Rivers. They find some open field here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Okay, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow, zoom.
They'll run on first down. Rivers. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers.
Oh my God.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Foster. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. That's caught by Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st down. Operating from the gun, Foster. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe